all lyrics might be emails that you can't send in a way, but to specifically
Right.
sort of frame it around that, like how
Yeah.
much of that is a one-way street? Because I don't know, are there response songs? Like you don't exactly get the response that you would from an email in that way.
Right. Wait, that's a good question, but what do you mean specifically?
Of the parts that we don't see here, because obviously we're only seeing what you're giving us, but in that context of not just lyrics, but letters that you're sending. Like when you would send a letter, you would get a response. When you send these out, it's not the same way, other than just maybe with your listeners.
I get a response, like don't get it twisted. No, it's interesting because that was the whole sort of reason behind these being things that I never probably would have wanted to say to myself, let alone to anybody else. And I think what was so interesting about it is there was a very vivid, like, one that I was sort of writing to myself at a time where I was just like, this is so stupid. Everything I'm writing makes no sense. And like, none of this is going to mean anything to me. I just need to say it. Otherwise I will go crazy. And it's those moments where like, I don't want to put that on my friends. I don't want to put that on my family. I don't even know if I want to put that on a therapist. I just need to process that myself. And it was that particular one that I went back and I looked at and I was like, there's just so many honest things in here. And as dumb as they are, honestly, that is sort of my sense of humor, one, but two, it is the closest to how I truly felt in the moment without all of the overthinking and me going, maybe this doesn't sound aesthetic enough, or maybe this doesn't sound like it's a tattooable lyric. Like I would think about those things. I would think about, the things that I feel like maybe my audience was going through and less about what I was actually going through. And I think, I'd been really lucky to be making music before that since I was much younger. And so to be able to like peel back sort of those layers that maybe I had built up and walls that I had built up for a really long time was very, very necessary.